I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. I'm on my Yasul S1M Plus. Looking at the app right now. Hitting it. We're going to do a 1 hour ride. Putting the phone on the chair today instead of leaving it right here. So the sun isn't going to cook it. This is kind of nice. All right, so here's what we're going to do today. I'm going to ride for an hour and try to get 20 miles in. I'm not really looking to do too much more than that. I'm going to be drinking today, as you saw from the thumbnail, my ES Power drink. This is, oh man, Chris Clark. What a dude. Just an amazing guy. Anyway, his company is amazing. ES Power drink. This drink is my favorite citrus power drink I've ever had. It's got in it just nothing but good stuff, but it's got Trinidad Scorpion in it. And the taste is so good. So, I'm going to drink one of those as we go. But here's what I've got for us today, you guys. And you saw that from the thumbnail. I think I probably put it in the thumbnail, I'm not sure. I have 10 questions that I got from emails and or from comments. I didn't know what to do about names. Some I use just the first name. There's a couple you can you may be able to tell because I'm not sure, it may coincide with their avatar. I don't know. But I got 10. And I thought they'd be good ones to answer. The first one is from Mary, and this was an email. And it was a really nice email. It wasn't like she just emailed me a question. It was a beautiful email. Very nice. And anyway, in the email she said if there was anything I would do differently with this channel, if I could go back, but knowing what I know now. Isn't that an interesting question? I really don't know, you know. I probably shouldn't have even put that on the list because I'm not sure. You know, I think I would have kept it family friendly. I don't know that I would have done anything different. Yeah, you know what I would have done differently? Not that I'm a sellout. But now you're seeing me say, this video is brought to you by ES Power Drinks. You know, you're seeing me say that now, but for the longest time, did you ever? You know, I never had sponsored videos. And I think I probably should have done that earlier on. Like most channels, by the time they've got 30, whoa, resistance is way higher than normal. I had on 40. Geez, I'm like 37. All right, we're good. I wouldn't have edited it because I like the idea of it just being raw. I think that's what kind of gives it the feeling like I make mistakes all the time. I squirrel off. Look, I've had too many concussions, so and I've partied too much in my life, so. But the rawness, and you know, normally they'd say, cut, stop, you squirreled off, do it again. You know, I think the realness and the rawness is part of what makes it feel like you're sitting here with me. And plus, I'm talking to you, you know. So, I don't know. I probably, the only thing I would have done differently is I probably would have begun to do paid advertisements a lot earlier. I mean, listen, if you find most channels, by the time they have by the way, look at this new shirt. Fire hole. Very cool shirt. Since we're showing shirts, I absolutely love this, you guys. It's my favorite chili shirt there is right now. Because I'm a capsaicinists. These are available on johnnyscoville.com right now. Anyhow, great question, Mary. Now, number 2 was from Ben. Ben's a good guy. Ben comments all the time. What's the best thing that's happened since I started Chase the Heat? Falling in love with Bree is the best thing that happened from Chase the Heat. However, there are a lot of really, really wonderful things that have happened. I mean, Bree's the most amazing woman. And because of some questions, I'll talk more about her in a bit. But that's the best thing that happened. You know, I met people all over the world. I've been able, here's the thing, okay? I've been able to see the world in ways that before this, it would have only been on using the internet, you know, looking at pictures. I've had people watch me long enough, and I've been doing this long enough that I got a text, a comment. I read it out loud. It said, started watching you in 8th grade. I'm in college now. It's hilarious. I'm gonna have a drink of my Yes Power drink. Oh my gosh, this is so delicious. I'm so excited. You know what it is? Oh man. The beautiful citrus, the crispness of the citrus, coupled with a little bit of a bite from the scorpion, it is perfect. I mean, I'm not even just saying this. If I had a choice, and like I could just never drink water again, but just drink that anytime instead of a glass of water, drink one of those. The only problem is I could drink 10 of those a day. All right. What's the best thing? So I've seen the world. That's been spectacular. I've met people that I never thought I'd meet. I'm friends with people I never thought I'd be friends with. I have almost 140,000. Some of the greatest people in the world I'll never meet. It's the best thing to happen. I'm my own boss. If I decided today I didn't want to do a bike ride, no one's gonna say, don't worry about it. No one's gonna yell at me. Fortunately, I'm motivated, so I'm that guy. But being my own boss is a wonderful thing. My relationship with you, when you start a channel, you don't think about that. You don't. I didn't anyway. I wasn't thinking about getting rich and famous. I wasn't thinking about anything better than making videos and sharing them. And then what ended up happening was, fell in love with just all of you. And I know your stories, and you know mine. And I email so many of you guys. We email back and forth. Like today after this ride, I'm calling Bizzle. We're probably going to talk for an hour. So, falling in love with Bree is the best thing, probably. It is. A whole lot of really good stuff that follows it. I mean, think about it. Netflix. I didn't intend for that to happen. It wasn't like when I started the channel, I said, hey man, I'm gonna have a reality show, and just every single thing that's happening to me has just been an accident. A long time ago, years ago, probably 6-7 years ago. Really, because I've been doing this for a long time. I've been telling people that you should live your life in such a way that you're always kind of, like at any minute, something really amazing is gonna happen to you. If you've watched my channel for 6 years, you're seeing the result of a guy who lives like that. No, I work hard too, but I mean, that's, yeah. I'm very blessed to be able to do what I do. All right. This is a good one. I got this actually from a few people. This wasn't from Charlie Mullins, but it was from a Charlie. What advice would I give Johnny Jr.? The reason for that is that my son, Johnny Jr., started a YouTube channel. Now, I want you to know, he helped me start this. I can barely turn a computer on. I mean, I can upload videos now, but I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. He was in he was in many of the early ones. And then went through a period of time where he didn't make any videos with me. Then we made a lot of videos, and he kind of just, how kids are. He was a teenager. Not a teenager anymore. Anyway, he's stoked. He started his own YouTube channel, Johnny Scope Jr. So and I'll tell you the talk I had with him. I said to him, people forget. Muscle has memory, There ain't nothing got memory like the internet. Be careful with what you say, what you do, and how you do it, because it's there forever. As far as content creating, I told him he's doing just like me. He's not really editing. He's going the raw route, which I think people groove on. But I wasn't trying to be cutting edge. I'm just not very smart. I don't know how to edit. But I said, if you have fun making your videos, have fun. If you're having fun making your video, people will have fun watching it. If you're not, they won't, Lots of content. You can't make a video once a week. At least in my space. If you do like crime and you have really polished hour-and-a-half long documentaries that seem like something you'd see on something you see on people like on TV or something, like really polished and stuff. Well, one a week is probably plenty. But in my space, in Peppers, because this is what I was coaching him on, I said you can't put a video up once a week and think you're gonna grow. I told him to keep it family friendly, because if he's not, there's 140,000 people. I told everybody, I told you all, go watch him. If he ever does anything that's not cool, please let me know. But anyway, I told him to always be honest. If you don't like something, there are ways to tact. You know what tact is? This is what I told him. Tact is something that makes the truth palatable. Okay? If you don't have tact, like I could tell somebody, hey man, your sauce sucks. I don't like it. It's garbage. I can't believe you're selling it. It's astonishing. It blows my mind. Or, I wouldn't say that. Or you could say, these flavors, it's a flavor profile that does not work for me. Clearly it works for a bunch because they're selling a lot of it. But it's just not my cup of tea. That's why I've never done flavor ratings. Anyway, I told him that. Told him to always, 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 always be honest. You never have to remember what you told somebody. Anyhow, that was my advice for Johnny Jr. He's doing a great job. I'm proud of him. So if you haven't subscribed to him, at the very end of the video, right there, there'll be a link to subscribe to Johnny Jr. Thank you, Charlie. The next one, this is funny. Now, please understand this. If this fits you, please know I'm not merely talking to you. Because there are tons of people that do this. So it's not one person. So please understand that, okay? I'm worried somebody's gonna be like, oh my gosh, he's talking to me. I get a lot of emails from people that it's as though they're trying to make me aware of stuff that's occurring on social media. As if somehow I want to know about it, Now, sometimes those emails come from friends of mine. Sometimes they don't. As a content creator, there is something called, doesn't happen in a video like this, okay? But it'll happen in live streams. You'll have somebody that is just a troll, and they're trying to take control or disrupt the live feed. So what they'll do is they'll say, I'm watching Tommy. They'll say, Tommy, I can't hear you. They'll type in, I can't hear you. You sound muffled. And then, fortunately, Tommy's smart. And he's got a savvy group of people that will let him know. But what that's called is concern trolling. It makes it look like you're trying to do him a favor, but really the sound is fine, and all you're trying to do is disrupt the live stream. Well, I think sometimes people really can't hear them. And that's, usually if it's happening to one, it's happening to a bunch. And he'll say, can I have a 5x5, which means how do I look? How do I sound? And if you get a 5x5, means 1 to 5, you sound like a 5. Out of looks, you look fine. All right? So, now, the emails I get, I think most people have good intentions. Here's what I want to say to everybody. Why do you think I'm not on Facebook anymore? I mean, I did tell everybody, but why do you think? Because it's toxic and terrible. I don't like it. You know, people, it's a world that I wasn't raised in. So I don't like Facebook. It's toxic and awful. Instagram is this much better. So I love Facebook. So the reason I love this is because I don't care. Like, there could be people saying the worst things about me right now online. I'm happy. Happy as a lark. You know why? Because I don't know. I don't know about it. So what I would tell you is this. First of all, if you're seeing stuff that's trashing me or somebody who's trolling me or something, why are you looking at that? Because here's what you have to understand. The reason that my videos got pushed out is because people watched them. The more people, like yesterday, I did a video where I gave the second lab results of the last stab experience. That video was so hot for it that YouTube pushed it out. They pushed it out. You know what I'm saying? They pushed it out because people watched it. Everybody watched it, so they pushed it out. When you watch a video of somebody who's trashing somebody else, whether it's me or some other content creator, you're supporting that troll because your engagement pushes that person in the algorithm more, and essentially is going to help them get more views. Now, here's the truth of it. There was a point where I was kind of like, I started, you know, I started a YouTube channel, October 19th, 2016. Nobody knew who Johnny Scoville was. Pretty quickly they did, you know? So I sort of got, like, Facebook famous with Peppers. And then the channel got big, and because of some beautiful things that happened, I got very lucky, traveled around the world. I have people in every country in the world that follow this channel. Met people like Ryback and did videos with him. Just some really spectacular things happened. LA Beast, what a guy, you know? So what ended up happening is my name is big in the chili world. It just is. It is what it is. But the thing with super hots, I've jumped the curb. I'm mainstream now. You know what I mean? I'm about to do commercials for a major fast food brand in America. So, if you think for a second, I don't care about what people are saying on Facebook. I don't care what a critic says about me or doesn't say about me. I know the show's killing it. But I don't care about any of that negative stuff because all it is background noise. So here's what I would tell you. Back when I was on Facebook, I had a friend that kept saying, I watched the video, and this is what he said. And I would say, hey, dude, listen. First I said, you know, it's junk. If you watch him, you push him in the algorithm. Don't do it. He kept doing it. I said, when you do that and you come to me, it's becoming a problem. You know, if you want to watch him, you can, but I don't want to hear it. I don't let him on my radar. I don't want to hear it. And then it got to the point where I said, if you do it again, I'm going to block you. I blocked him. So I don't really want to hear what critics have to say. If somebody's trashing me or anybody else, I'm not about drama. Hold on a minute. I'm not about personal drama. Now, for instance, if there's a sauce, it's supposed to be really hot and it's not, that's drama. I'm going to be a part of that drama. But someone saying something bad about somebody, please don't email me about that. I also have people that will email me and say, someone said, and again, please, if this is you, understand this happens. You wouldn't believe how often. They'll say, this person said this in a video. I think you should say something. Like they want me to step in or somehow, like somehow, you know, I'm not going to ever do that. Please don't ask me to. All right. The next one's from Annie. And this was an email. And again, this was a lovely email, and her whole family watched it. It was very cool. But she asked me, will I ever shave my beard? It's a funny thing, you know. When I started the channel, I had no idea. I didn't know. You know, when I started, I had this goatee that came to a point that I braided a little bit. There's a story behind it. I ran a phone room for a long time, and I had a goatee forever. One day I get a call from my boss, who I would later fire. It was great. I fired my boss. It's a fun story. At any rate, he said, I have good news and bad news. I said, well, I always ask for the bad news first, so I can finish on hopefully something positive. Usually when it comes from an employer, the positive really isn't that much of a positive, but they try to spin it that way. And I remember I was the manager of this phone room, meaning I got my wage, I got an override on whatever I did, but I got an override, or I got a percentage on what I did, but I got a bump, a piece of the whole office because I trained them and I ran the room. So the bad news was you're not the manager anymore, which means I lose my manager bonus, my override. I was like, that's what's the good news. He goes, well, listen, we're shutting down the office. I'm like, what? He said, no, not like that. Everybody's going to work from home. Just got to dial. We have dialing. Just got to dial in from home. Give you download the software. You can do this from your home. We can monitor. You can still be a manager and listen and monitor, but you're in your own home. You have no one to worry about but you. And I was like, it's the first time the good news was actually good news. My commute was 8 feet from my bed to my desk. Anyhow, I never had a chance to play with the goatee, so I let it go a little long, and it got kind of pointy. So I trimmed it so it kind of looked pointier. And it got longer, and I did this for like a couple months. And it got to the point where I could like put a rubber band around it. And then October 19th, I made a video. Now it's the logo of my hot sauce. Excuse me. So the goatee, the beard is kind of what I'm known for right now. I'm talking to some companies that sell beard products and shaving products. You know them. So I'm going to do something probably. I won't shave the goatee. Here's the truth of it. Here's my retirement plan. When I get to the point where one day, if I ever decide that I don't want to do this anymore, I could just grow the Dr. Phil hairdo, shave my goatee off, and nobody would ever know who I was. I'm not going to do that. All right. So I probably, if I ever did shave my beard, though, I promise you this, Annie, I'd do it on video. I think that would get some views. All right, next is from Glenn. I can't read my own writing. I thought I said Ellen, but it's Glenn. Speaking of dovetailing off what I just said, how long do you think you can keep doing what you're doing? I think this came from a comment, and it was on a challenge. And you know what I do? All right, I thought about that a million times. If this was just a challenge channel, okay, all I did was challenges, I probably would have already retired already. Because I've done everything. I mean, I've done 566 challenges. And they're all challenges. I mean, a lot of them are just eating tons of peppers and stuff I made up myself, and gushers I made up, and drinking bottles of sauce. But as far as stuff you can buy mainstream, I've done them all. But, so how long will I do challenges? I don't know about that. I can't ever not see eating peppers. So, I can't ever not see not having a passion for peppers. I can't ever see not wanting to share my passion. So, I see, listen, I'm not 18 anymore. Although I probably could outbike my son right now. just because I'm getting in good shape. Maybe not. But what I'm saying is, as far as just, you know, I know that how I do the channel will change over time. But I don't ever see a day where I say, like where there's this grand announcement of the last video, where I say, you know, guys, it's been a fun ride. Thank all of you. I don't see that happening. I read a quote once that said, the warrior doesn't leave the battlefield unless everyone's dead. You don't leave the battlefield. You know, I can't ever imagine not doing this on some level. I can't ever imagine retiring. I'm like one of those sharks. You can't, I can't not do this. So, you've become my therapy and my addiction all at once. So I will do this probably, here's what will probably end up happening. Here's how the show, and I'm being honest now, here's how the show will probably end. Well, I know how it's going to end. I've already made a video. I've made a video that says, if you're watching this, it's because I'm dead. I don't want anybody to be upset. So, let's talk about it for a minute. And I made a video about that. Because I'm not going to retire in the sense that I'm going to say, this is my last video. I'm going to keep doing this until one day I'm going to die. And when I die, that video will be uploaded. There. Hopefully, it'll be a way younger. Hopefully, when you see it, you'll be like, dang, he wasn't kidding. He was younger when he made that. But I've made that video. So there will be a last video, but that will be the last one. And I'll either die of old age, or I'll die in my sleep, or I'll die of some disease, or something. But there's the, in case I die, play this video. Just being honest with you. Hang on a minute. The next one is, thank you, Glenn. The next one, this is an interesting question. It's from Liz82. Liz82 says, or asks, wait a minute. Wrong. I missed one. This one is Liz82 is next. This one is from TQZ. If there's anyone that I could do a collab with, who would it be? You know, it's funny. You could, if I wanted to be just a scoundrel looking for views, I'd say like PewDiePie or Mr. Beast. You know, because of how many subscribers I got and how my channel would grow because of that. But I got news for you, man. It wouldn't be Mr. Beast, although I dig Mr. Beast. It'd be LA Beast. That's a good question, though. I love LA Beast. Who's the first person I ever followed? Like, I think, and I'm pretty sure about this, I think the only video I haven't seen of his is the cactus video. I have a thing about things getting, like popcorn kernel getting stuck in my throat or something. The idea, yeah, I can't even think about it. But I really like him. He's a good guy. He's a soon-to-be dad. You know, and I've said this before, but it's really the truth of it. If you, I don't know, 200 or 500 million views, some absurd amount of views. He's just like legend's overused, but the guy's really a legend. If you took him, you know, like in the Twilight Zone, where somebody wishes they were never born, like the pictures of them in pictures, they disappear and nobody knows who they're talking about. If you erased LA Beast like that, do you have any idea how different YouTube would look today? It may not be the biggest platform for videos. Could be something else that you never heard of. He shaped it. Listen, I got a guy that emailed me, it was a comment on a video. And it said, it was a comment on the video, so you want to be a YouTuber. It said, man, I've watched your channels forever. I took your information. I started a cigar channel. Or maybe it was pipe smoking channel. Something like that. But he said I was important. And you know. So here's a guy who isn't even a chili head, but because of me started a channel. And I'm a peon. I'm this big. LA Beast is, how many people, how many channels are there? There's 60 million or 61.8 million. So there's over 60 million YouTube channels. And I don't mean these folks who just kind of throw up a video. I mean YouTube channels, 60 million. I'm telling you, if you took LA Beast out of it, it'd be a different gig. For real, just be a different story. So but here, that's not the reason. Here's the reason. He's just an honest guy. He's funny. He's real. And I think I'd have fun hanging out with the guy. It's not something that's going to happen. He's busy doing his thing, especially the baby coming. I'm way busy doing my thing. I've tried. But if there was one dude that I could do a collab with, it would be LA Beast. One more time, guys. Check out this wicked cool shirt. Capsaicist. Masochist receiving pain. Sadist giving pain. Capsaicist embracing pain. That's on johnnyscoville.com. Really cool shirt. Anyway, now back to Liz's 82. Liz asked, what does the future of Chase the Heat look like with all of the changes that must be going on? And I can't remember. I'm thinking because it's Liz 82 that it was a comment and not an email, but I'm not really sure. But it's a really interesting question because I have no idea. I know this. It's kind of like what I said earlier. I don't care what happens. Like, I think there's going to be a season 2. Like, I'm not a betting person, but if I was a betting person, I'd bet on season 2. Okay, so, but it's not like I'm ever going to say, all right, I finally arrived. I can walk away from that YouTube thing. And it's never going to get to be a point where they say, well, yeah, this guy is this, but he got his start on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I'll never not make content for you. So, although there's going to be a lot of changes, like commercials for fast food companies and some collabs and endorsements, some pretty wicked cool stuff coming on. It's not like YouTube was ever a stepping stone. So once I got there, I'd be like, okay, I can, done with that. I did the hard work, now I can chill. This is my baby. You guys, you're my family, and Chase the Heat's my baby. And I've worked really, really hard. If you had to make 5,200 videos in 7 years, it would be 7.5 years, it'd be a challenge. But if you know how much, and now granted, I like pain, so there is that. But if you knew how many of those hurt, and hurt really, really bad, it hasn't been easy. So I'm gonna keep doing it. It'll always keep going exactly how, I don't know, it'll always be evolving. Like the day is gonna come soon where, you know what? Like Bree and I will be making videos. So there's gonna be a great evolution coming. We'll talk about her more in just a minute. Number 9, what does season 2 look like? Oh, I forgot to write the name down. You know what? Probably 50 people have probably said that on comments and probably an equal number of emails and stuff in Messenger. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but I still have Messenger. You'll have to wait and see. Is there going to be a season 2? It's like I said, I used to be in Reno. I'm not a betting guy. But if I were... See, I've heard things that I can't share. And if I shared the things that I heard, you all would be going, yeah, there'll be a season 2. Number 10. And I didn't write this person's down either. What's holding up Australia? Update, please. All right, Bree is the love of my life. Here's what's holding up Australia. I've been to Australia. I love Australia. Australia loves me. Now, before I went on my last trip to Australia, it was back when I was drinking. I was driving to the Chicago hot sauce. No. Yeah. I was driving to the Chicago Hot Sauce Festival. And I got pulled over and I had too much to drink. And I got DWI. Now, I hadn't gone to court yet. So when I went to Australia, they said, have you been convicted of anything? Not yet. I said no, because it hadn't happened yet, you know. I knew I was going to plead guilty to it, but I hadn't yet. Went to Australia, they all love me, I love them. I love one of them so much. At any rate, come back here right before COVID hits. Like, we're in love. I'm getting ready to move. A little more ES Power Drink, please. Hang on. All of this is documented in video too. It's here. Anyhow, I bought tickets. Cost me, I think the first time, like $3,000 or something. One way. I go to get my, excuse me. Then what happened is COVID happened and I couldn't fly. We were originally going to meet up first in NZ and go from NZ together Australia and stay there. And I was going to split my time between here and there, which is still the plan. Everybody look over that way real quick, and I apologize for this. Look that way. I know that's so gross and so disgusting. Please forgive me. Anyhow, I went to Australia, had a great time. I came back, went to court, pled guilty because I was guilty. Here's the thing. I never asked for it to be expunged. It happened in the state of, I'm not going to tell you what state it happened. They expunged it. It's expunged from my record. You go to my record and you look at it, and there's no DWI. Some places call it, which is driving while intoxicated. Some places call it DUI, driving under the influence. Sometimes it's OUI, operating under the influence. Either way, it sucks. But happy, very proud to say that this April will be 5 years since I've drank anything. But so the country, my plane tickets expired. Well, I kept up every time the country would open up, I'd buy new tickets because new tickets were more expensive and the old ones weren't applicable anymore. It got ridiculous. I ended up losing $4,600. Here's what happened. I went to fill out the last time when you don't understand. I have half of my things are over there. The last time I went to fill out my visa, they said, have you ever been convicted of anything? Now I remember seeing this part the last time, but I saw it this time. It said on the form, even if it's been expunged, we need to know about it. Well, my fear, number one, I want to be honest. And to be very honest, my fear was that if I lied and said, nope, never been arrested, convicted of anything, that I'd be in Australia one day having dinner with my family over there, and they'd knock on the door and very politely handcuff me and send me back to America. So I said, yeah, I have, but I haven't had a sip since. So they send me back something saying I have been rejected. But don't worry, there's some steps you can take. The only thing that will keep you out of Australia is if you are a felon. I am not. If you have spent a cumulative of 120 days in jail. I think I spent 6 hours in jail for the DWI arrest. At any rate, they said, here's what you got to do. You have to get an arrest, a record of in the state where it happened, showing that I have not gotten into any kind of trouble in that state since. I did. I had to get a police report from the state that I lived in, because it was a different state, showing that I haven't gotten in any trouble, and I hadn't. I had to get, I don't know if it was 10 references, got them. I had to get bank records, 5 years, did it. I had to get tax returns, did it. And I got rejected. And I called, and they were very, very nice, very sweet. They said, it's a subjective call, put it through again, you know. It's gone so far as I've had people, like influential, powerful people that worked in Australian government, because I know friends that they know, that tried to pull strings, and they were shut down. Apparently it's very difficult right now. But, I mean, I even have a letter from the producer of the show that I'm in, super hot, saying, it's really great. It says, the only thing Johnny loves more than peppers is a girl that lives in your country. What's your problem? Let him in. We'd like to film over there. So I've got all this, but now that the show is out, I'm going to hire an attorney that specializes in stuff overseas and visas and such. And then I'm going to do it because I know it's possible. I'm not qualified to go there, but that's my answer. So the bottom line is I'm going to have to get famous enough that it doesn't matter, which is not something I really want to do. It's weird. It was yesterday. We were somewhere the other day. We walked by a Subway. In this Subway, they have these new things, these churros, these foot-long churros, and they are unbelievable. I mean, really, really good. So I said, let's go grab a couple of those. So I go inside, and it was really weird. The guy behind the counter starts talking about a show that he's watching on Disney Plus. And it was just very odd. Just kind of volunteered it. I looked down, and it was the weirder thing was when we first talked to him, he looked at me, then he looked down and did his thing. They looked at me again. So I think I was made. I think he figured it out. And that's why he dropped the Disney Plus thing. I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm on a show on Disney Plus too. And he goes, I knew it. That's you. And it was funny. Then he dipped around the corner, and I could see him on his phone off to the side. And then he comes out, and I paid for it. As he was handing me the stuff, he said, I kind of wanted to ask for a picture, but I didn't want to be a pain in the neck. I'm like, dude, hop around the counter, man. Let's go. Let's do this, man. No problem at all. Get a couple pictures, dude. So he came around the corner, we're like, so anyway, if you're watching this, good to see you. I'll be by tomorrow to get some more. I'm in there. I probably get churros in there 3 days a week. But all right, so I'm at 40, almost 43 minutes of biking. The pace has been really leisurely today. I haven't been pushing it. It still feels good. That ES Power drink, oh gosh, does it taste good. Yeah, man, I can't begin to tell you how good it tastes. It's incredible. But here's the funny thing, it's just my mom said it was a 5. But my mom doesn't, she's not a chilihead. To me, I could drink like a gallon of, like if I was like wicked thirsty, I needed to drink like a gallon quick to hydrate. That wouldn't cramp me up. It's just absolutely delicious. All right, we have 15 minutes left. We have gone 13.7 miles. Kind of a leisurely ride. So, here's what you can do. If you have a question you want me to address on the next bike ride, send me an email to chasetheheat@gmail.com. And what you do is in the subject matter, put question for bike ride. So I know. Because here's the problem. If you knew how many I get a day, you wouldn't believe it. Most of it's not from people on the bus. It's garbage that just people want to sell me something or want me to try to sell something for them. You know how hot it is. It feels awfully hot today. You know, I should have brought 2 of those drinks out here. Oh, they are so good. They really are. Like I don't know how you'd make it better. Maybe a bigger, maybe more than 12 ounces. It is so good. I mean, that is as flavorful as it gets. In the description box, you're going to see a link for them. ES Power Drink. Try it. I'm telling you, if it's not the best tasting power drink you ever tasted, leave a message shaming me. A comment shaming me. I'm telling you, it's not. It's so delicious. Really, really is good. It's kind of a shame the pool is not colder than it is. I had a pool in our backyard when I was a kid. And we used to have a contest. It was like, who would be the first one in the pool? I remember being in April. And I remember the pool, the water being so cold. I mean, it still had ice around the edges of it. I remember the water being so, I'm closing my eyes because my eyes are burning. The water being so cold that within 10 seconds of being in it, you'd have a headache. It would give me like the most incredible headache just from the temperature of the water. But here's a weird thing. Something has happened to me since I've started going in the water every day. The cold water affects me differently now than it used to. Without getting into it, something that used to happen when I jump into cold water doesn't happen anymore. And we're going to leave it at that. But it's odd. I don't know, like somehow my body physiologically is getting used to that. It's weird. But it's... Seinfeld fans will know what I'm talking about. But actually, it's really the jump in the pool. I mean, that's like the payoff for doing this. Man, it feels so amazing. Like, I'm not joking. You know, I had a GoPro. I sent it to Bree. I had a GoPro 8 Hero, whatever it was, and the video it takes is great. Here's the problem with it. Like a 10-minute video, and I don't care how fast my internet was, it would take hours. I mean, it was one video a day. There was no way I was going to be able to do 2 videos a day. It was that bad. And people would tell me, change this adjustment, change that adjustment. I don't care what I did to it. Didn't matter. Coolest shirt in the world. Are you a capsaicinist? Are you? I think you are. That shirt, this shirt for Firehole, and the Fire Hose shirts are available now at johnnyscoville.com. Really cool shirts. I'm in love with the capsaicinist. That is a great shirt. Okay. Probably should have got more like 20 comments or questions instead of just 10. But we'll do specific ones. If you have one specifically for a bike ride, you email it to me. And let me know in the email if you're cool with me using your name. Because I didn't ask these people. That's why I didn't use full names. The TQZ I think I got from a comment. And I think Liz82 was a comment too. But I think Annie, Charlie, Ben, and Mary were emails. But if you have a question you want to ask me, or you want me to cover, or something you want me to talk about on a ride, please feel free. So for those keeping track, I got about 10 minutes left, a little under 10 minutes. I've gone 15.5 miles. I've burned exactly, right at this moment, 421 calories. But I definitely feel way noticeably better in the short time I've been doing this. Listen, I'm just going to say in every video, use promo code. And then one day someone's going to say, hey, man, that promo code doesn't work anymore. Because I don't know when they're going to stop using it, but I know it was a 1 month thing. I asked them to send me a date. And I haven't got a date yet because I wanted to let you guys know. Because here's the truth of it. Big deal. If you don't use the promo code, you're still stealing this at $4.99. Like, that's not a joke. I mean, the Peloton is $1,500 and something. The NordicTrack is even more. The NordicTrack monthly app is $39. Go look at. Listen, I'm not making any of this up. Go to in the link, the description box. Click the link for Yasul, and then once you're on their page, click bikes. Okay, scroll to the very bottom. You're gonna see a comparison between the bike that I'm sitting on and the Peloton and the NordicTrack. And so here's the truth of it. Even if you didn't use the promo code, you're still stealing this at $4.99, and that's the truth. I think just the raw equipment, the screen is amazing. I mean, it really is. It sounds good. I could sit here. Every single time I've sat on this, you've watched it. I've not ridden this thing without putting a camera on it. You're seeing the transformation. I'm becoming an animal. But if you wanted to, if I wanted to, I could put on like, "Oh brother, where art thou?" Because I can go online and go to a streaming service, or I can go on YouTube and watch any videos I want. It's very, very cool. But it's a great way to get in shape because there's zero impact. You're not racing anybody. Even if you sit on it for 3 minutes, that's 3 more minutes of exercise you didn't do the day before. And even if you can't bike, even if you can just walk or kind of move, just a little bit of moving around more, I'm telling you. The best thing about this, it's like a drug. It feels good. Like my body is dumping dopamine when I do this. It's rewarding me for putting forth the effort. It's true. 16.3 miles. I'm at 54 minutes. But my legs, it's really funny. For the first time, like I can see a difference. If I'm standing in the front of the shower, after I got out of the shower, I don't have anything on, I'm in the front of drying my head off or something. I can see a difference in myself physically, like in my waist, my stomach, I'm losing weight. But my legs are getting their tone back. They're getting their lines back. That was like probably my best feature. I have great wheels. I got it from my dad. My dad had amazing legs. So I'm getting my legs back. There's a couple different stages of getting in shape. At first, you feel it first. You feel it before you can really see results. You really can feel it. And that's a motivator. It's like, oh, wow, it feels good. But then when you start seeing results, it's like, oh, okay, wait a minute. And I was doing it just so I could feel better. And the fact is, I look better, which is good. But I want to get back to the shape that I was in when I started this channel. I think there's a video I did a live stream where I showed you a thumbnail of it, like just a picture of what I looked like the week before I started the week I started the channel. But I'm afraid what people would do with it. It's out there somewhere. I don't know what video it's in, but I was ripped. I'm not even joking you. I'm getting back there. I have 4.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes. I'm going to jump in the pool for a few. I'm going to put a fork in this thing. Call it a day. How cool though, seriously. Masochist, receiving pain. Sadist, giving it. But a capsaicinist is embracing it. That is such a cool shirt. And I really like this shirt too, because it's a great fire starter. It's a great conversation starter. Fire hole. They say, what's that? Say, I'm a chili head. Oh, I get it. And they're going to get a good laugh out of it. It's a conversation starter, man. Get more people eating chilies. You know why? It makes people nicer. Brings people together. It helps people stop using substances. If you're trying to quit a substance, I'm telling you, chilies will help. Because when you eat high levels of, listen, proven, high levels of capsaicin raises the serotonin levels in your body. And serotonin helps people deal with stress, anxiety, anger, depression better. And my friends, those are triggers if you're not trying to quit something. If you're not trying to quit something, you're still better off eating chilies. But boy, if you're trying to quit something, those are triggers, and this will help you. All right, so we're at 3 minutes left. We're at 17.2 miles. To show you, this has been a very leisurely ride. In the hour, I'll probably end up with 18 miles. That is 2 miles less than when I was like chugging 2 days ago. So I've decided I'm either going to do 30-minute rides or 1 hour rides. That's it. And then once in a while, I think I'm going to probably do a marathon one. And maybe we'll do a movie. I'm trying to get permission to put the show on the screen and have us watch it while I ride. Super hot, but I don't think they'll let me. I can't blame them. All right, people, we got another 2 minutes. Now I'm at 17.6, so I will probably hit 18 miles. In fact, if I chugged it, I would easily surpass it. No, I'm going to do it easy. Anyway, it'll probably be more like 18 and a half miles. 17.3 or 18.3 probably when I'm done. But that's still a couple miles shy of what I do when I'm really working at it. So, shows you the difference. Don't mistake it. This is still a workout, though. Even though it's a much more leisurely pace than the last couple days, this is still a workout. And the resistance is on 38 and not 37. Not that it matters by one, but you know. Okay, we're down to a minute. We're gonna call it a day. It does feel good to work out, though. It's really funny. The thing that surprises me, every time I have a ride where I really feel good about it, I think back to the day that I did the ride where I talked about 10 health benefits of exercising. And the one that I liked the most, my favorite, wasn't even on the list. Feels good. Feels good to work out. Never even made the list. Like, I wonder where, isn't that, what, like, no, I get it. I guess there was only health benefits. That's probably, should be on the list, though. You know why? The better you feel, the more fun it is, the better your life is. It adds to contentment. That should make the list. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, so let me turn my phone off. All right. So, I assumed the promo for this thing is still on. They have, you know, I don't know. Haven't tried to buy one. I just unplugged the speaker. Let me plug that back in, people. There. All right, so I don't know how long the Usul thing will last, but boy, what a great thing it is. Now, I haven't done any of those classes where you can join other people and have a leader, you know, like some bike leader in front of you. Just kind of that alpha, dude. Not that I'm against that. But... All right. I'll join you in just a moment, people. All right. Oh, man, this feels so good. This water is cold. But really, it's the reward. Been a lot of exercises today in the air. They've been busy. All right, so listen, in the description box, please check out ES Power Drink. That is the best. Here's the thing, man. I keep thinking power drink, but I'm thinking that's just the best drink. Like like if I had a choice to drink that like for the remainder of my day, if they said you have to pick, if you drank this or exclude water, forget it. You have no idea how good this is. This stuff is amazing. So in the description box, get some. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And also check out Yasul. Time's running out. Right there is Johnny Scoville Jr., Tommy Scoville, my brother. Right there, our challenge is right here is Pepperology. I love you guys. I'm Johnny Scoville. God, I feel great. This was Chase the Heat.